The clock is ticking on a global energy crisis that has officially reached its 13th day. And as of this Thursday, March 12, 2026, the world's most critical maritime artery is effectively a dead zone. You are looking at the Strait of Hormuz, where Iran has successfully enforced a no-go blockade, claiming that not a single drop of oil will pass until Western airstrikes cease. But while the headlines are screaming about gas prices, there is a much darker detail in the latest Pentagon intelligence report that almost no one is talking about. A detail that suggests this conflict is no longer just about regional territory, but about a fundamental shift in global power. Stay with me for the next 5 minutes because the verified data we've just received regarding a massive intelligence failure and 100 per barrel reality is about to change how you view your own financial security this month. Current verified reports confirm that the Iranian Revolutionary Guard has deployed advanced Ghadir anti-ship missile systems along the jagged coastline of the strait, trapping nearly 20% of the world's daily petroleum supply. The economic impact was instantaneous. Oil prices have officially surged past the $100 mark, despite a historic release of 400 million barrels from global strategic reserves. But here is the psychological curveball that the markets haven't fully priced in yet. The US Navy has not yet attempted to forcibly break the blockade. Why? Sources suggest a new swarm drone technology is being utilized for the first time in naval history, creating a high-risk environment that has sent shipping insurance premiums up by 15% in just the last few hours. This isn't just a military standoff. It is a calculated economic strangulation that is beginning to fracture global supply chains from Tokyo to New York. The situation turned even more volatile over the last 24 hours, following a confirmed strike in Iran's Khuzestan province. While the objective was a drone assembly plant, verified ground reports and a subsequent rare admission from the Pentagon confirmed that a civilian school was hit. This ghost target error is being attributed to a catastrophic failure in signal intelligence, where targets were moved 48 hours prior to the strike. This single event has done the one thing diplomats feared most. It has unified the regional axis of resistance, effectively killing the back-channel peace talks that were quietly happening in Oman. As we speak, the fog of war has moved from a metaphor to a literal reality, leaving both sides with almost no room for a face-saving exit. Simultaneously, the theater of war has expanded directly into the skies over Jerusalem. For the first time in this 13-day escalation, Iran has claimed direct responsibility for launching medium-range ballistic missiles, moving past the use of regional proxies. While Israel's Arrow 3 defense system maintained a 98% interception rate with 0 civilian casualties confirmed today, the cost of this defense is staggering, nearly $3 million per interceptor. We are witnessing a war of attrition where the goal isn't just to hit a target, but to bankrupt the opponent's defense systems. This transition from a shadow war to a direct state-on-state conflict marks the most dangerous point in Middle Eastern history in over half a century. As we move into the evening hours, all eyes are on the UN Security Council's emergency vote for a humanitarian corridor, but the reality is much grimmer than a diplomatic handshake can fix. Even if the missiles were to stop this second, the trust in the world's primary energy route has been shattered, and the ghost intelligence failure has made a ceasefire nearly impossible in the short term. The ripple effect of today's blockade will hit the Asian markets in just a few hours, likely triggering a secondary wave of inflation that will land right on your doorstep by tomorrow morning. We are tracking these developments by the minute to bring you the verified truth in an era of unprecedented misinformation. Stick with us as we continue to monitor if the world's powers can pull back from the brink, or if the 13th day was simply the point of no return.